What's up, planner people? This is Anne from the Stationery Junkie. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the 2025 Take a Note planner, specifically the mini planner, and their new offering for 2025, which is a slim bi-weekly planner in the traveler's notebook size. So for those of you who aren't that much familiar with the brand, Take a Note has been around since 2010, and they have been selling these awesome planners since 2015. And in 2017, they won the prestigious Japan Good Design Award, which, as the name suggests, it's a recognition for brands that develop products with good design. And from there, they have been taking the planner world by storm. For 2025, I'm really interested to review this particular thing, which is their new offering, and the mini planner, their A6 size planner, because I haven't had the opportunity to own one. Last year, or rather in 2024, I got myself a B6 Take a Note, which is their new offering for 2024. And my husband gifted me with an A5 Take a Note. So this year, I thought it would be cool to pick up the A6 version and review it for you guys, just to see the differences in layout, the sizing, paper in particular, because a lot of planner people are very curious with paper quality this year, mainly because of Suns and Tomoe River and the different kinds of batch qualities that are coming up and all the discussions around it. So without further ado, let's walk through these two planners for 2025. All right, first things first, let's just take a look at the mini 2025 Take a Note. This comes with a really pretty and functional, no-nonsense design cardboard box that has a black ribbon that you just need to pull up to reveal the planner. The book itself is shrink wrapped, and as you can see, I've already removed the plastic so that I can take a look at the insides of this planner. And for reference, I have my 2024 Take a Notes here. This is the B6 new offering for 2024. This is a new design from Take a Note, wherein instead of having the week in 4 pages, the week comes in a vertical 2-page layout orientation. So this one is very unique. This is the first from Take a Note. They've never had a B6 size planner before until this year, 2024. And if you're familiar, the lineup of Take a Note, it has always been an A5 and an A6. So this is the cover color for 2024. It's like a slate blue kind of colorway, and 2025, it's a green one, a muted green one, which is, I think, it's very refreshing. It's easy on the eyes. It's not a bright green kind of color, which I really like. They always have a utilitarian, no-nonsense design in their covers, which is just the color, their logo, the year, and the name of the planner, which is mini for A6, a regular for the A5 size, and medium for the B6. So this is the same offering that they have this year, which comes in these 3 sizes. And as I mentioned, they have a new size, a traveler's notebook sized planner insert, which I will talk a bit later. So I just wanted to show the regular offerings that they have. And for 2025, all of the 2 notebooks, at least the A6 and the A5, will have this color. The B6 will remain in this brown color. So I'm just gonna go right in and very quickly look into the layout of the A6, the mini size. One thing that I really love about Take a Note, as I mentioned, is their no-nonsense design. The cover is made of very thick cardstock. The binding is exposed. You can see the signatures very clearly. And this design allows for the planner to be open 180 degrees, lay flat, at the get-go. You don't need to train the book. So upon opening, you have this end paper, which is also made of thick cardstock, a little thinner than the actual cover itself. And then there's this fly leaf that has pretty much the same design as the cover. And then you get to your yearly calendars here on the left side. It shows you the last 4 months of 2024, the full 2025 calendar, and the first 4 months of 2026. The right side, you have a Gantt chart-like layout. It's really tiny, you guys. In other sizes of their planners, which is the B6 and the A5, let me just show you. They do have the same Gantt chart. That's the B6, and the A5, a lot bigger. The A5 is like very ideal for this type of layout. So you can just imagine in the A6, it's super, super tiny. I doubt that you could write anything here at the left-hand side. I would probably suggest to maybe use it as a habit tracker where you can mark the boxes with an X or a check, or you can color it with your highlighters. I wanted to point out that this is 68 GSM Tomoe River paper Sanzen. It's in white, 68 GSM. And the grid size is 3mm. So if you're familiar with the Hobonichi grid sizing, Hobonichi's is a little bigger, but it feels very familiar if you are a Hobonichi user. And all of their pages are numbered. The numbering starts on page 4 here at the Calendex. This is like a very familiar kind of layout. So this is something that you could probably use as an index. If you want to track your habits, you can write your habits here at the bottom, and then you can do your tracking here whatsoever. Or if you are the type of person to index your entries in your notebooks, this can be the place to do that. And what's also very unique about Take a Note is their very functional, no-nonsense design in their layout. In terms of color, it doesn't have the same stark colors of a Hobonichi. They just gravitate towards gray and browns. So the brown markings that you're seeing here are weekends. So they just wanted to distinguish the weekends for their calendars, and later on in their weekly spreads as well. And even the monthly calendars, they have this font coloring. So this is something that is not very harsh on the eyes, and it's not something that will distract you. The monthly section, so it gives you 16 months. So you have December of 2024, and it will give you a couple more months in 2026, which is January, February, and March. So as I mentioned, the layout or the font coloring is basically the weekends are in a brown shade. I hope that you're seeing that. And I wanted to point out something, that when you get to January, there are some markings here at the right hand side, if you are able to see that. I hope the camera is picking that up. So here you can see P040. It just means that this particular week is on page 40, page 44. So it's very easy for you to find your information because it's already earmarked at the monthly calendar. I've never seen any other planner company do it like this, which is really very ingenious. So if you want to index in your monthly section, you can do so. You can fill out this portion with the information that you have on that week. And I also want to let you know that the A6 mini planner has the Taiwanese calendar or Taiwanese holidays included in the monthlies and also in the weeklies. The B6 and the A5 do not have Taiwanese holidays marked in the calendars, unless of course you are getting the A5 regular version with the traditional Chinese version of the planner. There's also an English version of the A5 as well as the B6. I don't think that they have a Taiwanese version for the B6. So, but if you are from Taiwan and you want an A5, you can get the one with traditional Chinese markings and the Taiwanese holidays marked in the calendars. So the A6 has no English version. So it's just including the Taiwanese holidays. But the days of the week are in English. They also have some of the traditional Chinese characters. So no purely English version for the A6. So just a note there. But I think it's not going to impede your use of the planner. So it just gives you this particular layout in your monthly section. And I also wanted to point out that there are some spaces here around the calendar, top, sides, and bottom. You can do your tasks for the month here. You can also write your habits if you want. You can decorate, definitely. And the fact that this is 68 GSM, this is a lot thicker weight than the Hobonichi. I believe Hobonichi in 2025 is using 47 GSM. And then when we get to the weekly section, this is what planner people love so much, which is a week in 2 spreads. But what sets it apart is that it has a week in a glance here at the left hand side, and their weekly layout is vertical orientation, and it has timings as well. Here it starts from 6 to 12 in military time. If that is something that you probably don't care for, you could ignore the timing, or you could probably just write over the time and use the regular timing for that if you're not comfortable with military time. And then, as I mentioned, the weekends and holidays are in brown shading. For example, here in this week, first week of January, because January 1 is New Year's Day, it's a holiday, it's in brown. So their weekends are in brown as well. So I also wanted to point out that from 12 to 1, there's also a light shading here to denote lunch break. And there are also subtle lines here from the top, and there's also a subtle vertical line here. So in case you want to split up your week to, for example, personal and work, you can do so. Same thing with the regular days. So there's a line here horizontally and a line vertical. There is moon phases in the weekly section, not in the monthlies. So there are some traditional Chinese markings here, mostly holidays and such, and days of the week. I believe this is the traditional Chinese character for Wednesday. So it goes all the way the entire year. This is basically just the weekly planner because there are not a lot of notes pages here. It's only 2 spreads. 2 spreads basically. So 2 spreads of blank grid. It has a total of 255 pages, and at the end you have your nameplate. And coincidentally, 2025 is the 10th year of Take a Note, and that's it. Very simple, very no nonsense, no fuss, no frills. And what I like about this planner is it's A6. It's very easy to fill up all of these spaces. It's not going to be as overwhelming as an A5, which is this big. Like, look at the weeklies here. It's a lot bigger than the one in A6, which is really ideal. And now we come to this specific new product offering from Take a Note, which is the Slim Biweekly. As I mentioned, this is a traveler's notebook size, and it's meant to be a companion to your traveler's notebook if you are a user of such planner or journal. You can definitely use this insert into your traveler's notebook system. So I'm just gonna walk you through the different layouts of this new offering. Here the cover is like a muted gray. It's made of cardstock, and the binding is sewn, not stapled, which I really love. It comes with this letterpress calendar, same as the A6. It also comes with a free calendar. I really love the craftsmanship and the design of their calendars. You can actually use this as a straight edge as well, a page keeper, a bookmark, and of course a calendar. And then the foiling of this is rose gold, I would say. It's really very nice. It catches the light quite nicely. And then when we go to the inside, it has the same design as the cover, which is their logo, the year, and what this book is all about. And I wanted to let you know that this is 52 GSM Tomoe River paper Sanzen in white. And then when you open it up, it has your 2025 calendar and your Gantt chart here as well. So this is like a very standard take a note layout calendar Gantt chart. And this Gantt chart is also a little tiny to my liking, but it's not as tiny as the A6. Instead of boxes here, this is very similar. Let me just grab my B6. So this is very similar to the B6, wherein there are no lines under the numbers, just the numbers themselves, and there is like a blank space here that you can write whatever you're tracking or whatever you want to be reminded of. This is the same here for the slim bi-weekly layout. 52 GSM Tomoe River paper as mentioned, and it's also numbered at the corner, so it's very easy to index if you are that type of person. And then you get to your Calendex. I call it a calendex because it's a calendar. It can be used as an index. The printing can also be seen on this side, like what's printed here. It's like very slightly showing through, but I think it's not going to be that distracting. Just wanted to share that. But what I do wanted to point out is that the printing is a little light for me, maybe because I'm older. But for those who are quite sensitive to printing, light printing for that matter, you may need to, up your prescription or whatever. But at least the printing on the calendar is, I would say, okay. The grid is a little light for my liking. So yeah, the grid is kind of light in print. But at least the lines, the numbers, and the text, I think it's still fairly visible. One thing that I also notice upon touch is that 52 GSM, I don't remember it being this thin, but I guess it's been a while. It is very soft and thin to the touch, which is, I think, for some of us who have been using Tomoe River paper planners and notebooks, this is a familiar thing. Tactile experience. There is free space below the printing of the month. I'm not sure. I don't think you can write your habits here. I'll probably suggest that you do it in the bottom. But for example, if you want to focus on something, or if there's like anything specific that you want to remember for the month, you can write here and then track whatever you need to track, or write whatever appointment that needs to be remembered. Quarter is also printed here, the year and the month coverage. So for this page, it's July to September. In this side of the page, it's October to December. And then you get to the monthly section. Let me just zoom out a little bit. So the monthly section, this is where I think it gets really tricky. I can see the grid. I would say it's 4mm. Yes, the grid is 4mm, and there's also grid inside the grid at 2mm. So this is for those who write in Chinese characters, so they made the grid as such, but it's not something that would be very distracting, I would say. So it gives you the entire 2025 months plus additional 3 months in 2026, so it's still like a 16-month kind of planner. There are moon phases, so compared to the A6 monthly, which doesn't have any moon phases, but they do have in the weeklies, this one has the moon phases in the monthly section. So I'm just really very pleased with the layout of the monthly section. It's very clean. There's ample spacing all around the calendar, which is very take a note style. They always have this much free space to, if you want to decorate, if you want to write your priorities or your trackers and such, you can do so. And this is where the good thing is, or like the special thing about this planner insert is because it's 1 week in one page and 2 weeks in a spread. It's very curious. Let me take a look. Okay, so the reason why beginning weekly is shaded brown here, it's because there is a holiday, and as you can see, there's also moon phases in the weeklies. They have a printing for the last day of 2024 December, and the beginning of the new year, and as per usual, their weekends are in brown font. All of the days of the week have grids, but the headings for the days of the week aren't gridded at all. It's actually very pleasing to the eye. There's no clutter. There is nothing else to distract you. And if I may say so, there are also tabs at the side, so it's easy to navigate, or it's easier to put your tabs if you're the kind of person who adds tabs. And there's also a print for the week number, so it's easy to keep track of. All right, so I guess they put a print denoting the last day of the month and the beginning of the next month. So let's just take a look if it's gonna be the same. Yes, definitely the last day of the previous month and the first day of the upcoming month is marked here. So this is very interesting, and at the end of, they give you a full year until December though, and I guess the first week of January 2026. There are a couple of pages for notes, not a lot. You can't do any 1 page a day for this one because this is like just an insert, but all of their pages are numbered, which is great. The grid here at the notes section, now I'm noticing without all of the printing in the weeklies and monthlies, it's quite light. So that might be a thing for those who have issues with very thin grid lines. Yeah, that might be something to consider if you are thinking about purchasing this insert. Then at the end, you have your nameplate where you can put your name and contact details. What could be a good use for this insert? One, if you are a traveler's notebook planner person, you like that system, this can fit well into your traveler's notebook cover. It also comes with its own clear cover. It can be bought separately, though it doesn't come with the planner itself, but it's not that expensive, I would say. So I was saying that you can use this as an insert in your traveler's notebook cover, but I would probably caution at the pages because yes, you can thread this into that jump band, but with this being very thin Tomoe River paper, just be careful in threading that jump band into this book because the paper could get snagged, or if you're in a rush and stuff like that, just be careful, because I know a lot of planner people get finicky with creases in their books. So that's just one thing that I wanted to note because I'm that kind of person. This one I would say could be a good EDC. It can also be used as a project planner if you work in a company and you have responsibilities in managing projects and tasks, or if you are managing a team, you want to manage their workload, their schedules and stuff, or your family. This can be a really great option for no fuss, no frills, kind of like looking over your projects and making sure you are on top of things. EDC, definitely, this is a great alternative, and slide it into your traveler's notebook covers. Or you can use the cover, the clear cover, and just keep it as is. This is very lightweight, very easy to carry around and slip into your purse or your backpack. So there you have it. So this notebook also comes with a clear cover. Before I forget, it comes with the letterpress calendar. It comes with this really cute 10-year anniversary souvenir business card. It's like a cute keepsake. So if you are thinking of getting these planners, I just wanted to highlight these because I think they're very interesting to me. I've mentioned that I haven't had an A6 take a note. Very curious to see just how small the layout is in this form factor. And of course, the slim bi-weekly notebook, which is a new thing that Take a Note is offering this year. So there you have it, guys. I hope that this video is useful for you if you are considering Take a Note for next year. And I haven't had the opportunity to do a pen test for this because this is 68 GSM, this is 52 GSM, Tomoe River. There has been a lot of talk about the quality of Sanzen Tomoe River paper in the planner community, but I haven't had the opportunity to do a pen test because I'm not sure which of these I'll be using for next year, and there might be a giveaway involved. Hey guys, it's Editing Ann here. I'm excited to announce that I'm giving away the Take a Note Slim bi-weekly planner. The planner has only been opened for review for this video, and I'll also be including a clear cover as part of the giveaway. To join, simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with the heart emoji or type heart along with your thoughts on how you'd use this kind of planner insert. The giveaway will run from today until October 21st, 11:59 p.m. GMT plus 8. I will announce the winner via post in the community section. Good luck and thanks for joining. Depending on how I plan to construct my lineup for 2025. But stick around. I will decide, and when I do make a decision, I'll try to do a pen test, because I think it's very important, at least for us planner folks, that we test the paper that we're going to use for our planners and journals for next year. It's very important for me. So for the meantime, that's pretty much it. I hope that this review is very helpful for you. If you like the content, please consider subscribing or liking the video. You can also write a comment at the comment section below if you have any questions, and I'll be very happy to answer them. And as always, thank you for your time in watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.